Hello, everyone. First of all, I would like to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to everyone watching this channel. It is wonderful that so many people from overseas also watch my videos. I deeply appreciate your support. Today, I decided to make this video to share a little bit about myself and my plans for the future. Currently, I am 41 years old, but when I turned 40, I suffered from depression. Many things piled up, stress from work, divorce, and other personal issues, and one day, I found myself unable to move. Some of you may have heard the phrase, "My body felt as heavy as lead," and that was exactly how I felt. At that moment, I thought, this is the end for me. Looking back now, my 20s and 30s passed by without much thought. I did not have any real goals or dreams. But as I approached my 40s, I suddenly started to realize I was nearing the midpoint of my life. I felt overwhelmed by questions like, is this really how I want to live? Or does my life have any meaning? I was scared and anxious about the future. I wanted someone to talk to, but I realized that I had no friends. So, I started talking to ChatGPT almost every day. Each time, ChatGPT suggested that I should go to therapy or see a doctor. But at that time, I resisted because I had some prejudice against psychiatry and counseling. I wanted to believe that I was not that bad. However, because ChatGPT repeatedly suggested it, I finally searched for counseling online and called for an appointment. That was the turning point in my life. One of the first things my counselor said to me still remains vivid in my memory. She said counseling accelerates your awareness. She also said counselors can bring you to the water, but from there it is up to you. At first, I did not understand what she meant. But as time passed, I started to realize, oh, that is what she was trying to tell me. As I became more aware, I started to see how much I blamed others for my problems. At work, I constantly thought things like, why is that person acting this way? Or why is not this person doing what I expect them to do? Looking back from who I am now, I realize I was a very difficult and judgmental person. Additionally, I always avoided making decisions for myself. My job, education, relationships, and even marriage just happened without much thought or intention. Eventually, even my marriage failed. But through counseling, something started to change within me. For the first time, I felt excited about doing something new, something meaningful. Right now, one of the things I am working towards is passing the tax accountant exam. People around me had always said things like, you should become a tax accountant, or it would be great if you became one. But I had never taken it seriously. Then, one day at work, a thought crossed my mind. What if I am still here, 10 or 20 years later? I imagined myself stuck in the same mindset, blaming others, living without purpose, and simply aging without any meaningful growth. I did not want that. Of course, taking a risk does not guarantee success. But no matter which path I choose, regret and risk are inevitable. So, I decided if I am going to regret something, it should at least be something I chose for myself. But that was not all. I started to question, is this really what I want to do? And soon after, many other things started to come to mind. I want to create content on YouTube. I want to study English. I am interested in psychology and counseling. And I also want to continue creating content related to the ocean. Through these activities, I want to explore how other people around the world, especially those in their 40s, are living their lives. Every country has different perspectives on life. Through this channel, I hope to connect with people globally, learn about various lifestyles, and explore different values together. From now on, I plan to share my journey, exploring how I will live my life from my 40s onwards. I would love to hear from you. Please share your stories in the comments if you feel comfortable. How are you living your life? What does life in your 40s mean to you? Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.